Hello, everybody. My name is Geneva of Geneva's Closet. And what is Geneva's Closet, you ask? Well, Geneva's Closet is the hottest talk show in the Chicagoland area. I'm just keeping it real, people. Today, we have a very special guest. The lady that I have talking with us today, she's a single mom, an author, motivator, and a writer. Her name is Tamara McCarthy. The reason why I wanted to have Tamara come and speak in Geneva's Closet is because I wanted her to share her story of motherhood, womanhood, and just life. This lady has done some amazing things. Like I said, she's an author. She's already written 2 books. One is The Start of Something Great, Praying Through Life's Trials and Tribulations. And the second book, Single Moms, You Aren't Alone, Becoming a Single Woman of Purpose. She has a bachelor's in marketing and human resources. And if that wasn't enough, she has an MBA in management. I mean, she's just doing wonderful things. Wait a minute, I almost forgot about something. She is also a certified life and empowerment coach. I mean, she's just doing some of everything. So we're going to have to talk to her to find out where's all this coming from. The success, this motivation. Let's get it all from who? Tamara McCarthy. So you stay tuned with Geneva's Closet. Hi, Miss Tamara McCarthy. How are you doing today, lady?
I am doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, especially since you're here. Since I see your face, I'm really doing good.
Okay.
Thank you so much for accepting my invitation to come and speak in Geneva's Closet. I am really excited about hearing your story of motherhood, womanhood, and just life in general.
Okay.
You know, because me being a single mom, well, me being a teen mom, because I started off as a teen mom at the age of 17, I know that it's difficult raising children and then trying to get your career and your life and everything together. And I know everybody have different stories. So
that's true.
Different, you know, just hear what other people have to say about their journeys.
Yes.
Miss Tamara, before you came on, I was explaining to the listeners, viewers, she has a lot going on. I was telling them that not only is this lady a single mom, she's an author, she's a writer, she's a motivator. She has her MBA in management, and if that wasn't enough, she has her bachelor's in marketing and human resources. Wait a minute, people. I'm not done. Don't get mad at me. This is all Tamara stuff she got going on. She is also a certified life and empowerment coach. Lady, you are doing everything right now.
I'm trying.
Congratulations to you. So, Tamara, the first thing that I want to ask you is, were these passions of yours, besides being a single mom, everything else that you did, are these goals or were these passions of yours or things you wanted to pursue?
I would have to say yes and no.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I've always been, I think, a motivator. I've always liked to encourage people to do better. But as far as the writing and stuff, that was, I did not want to do that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm an introvert. I'm like, and then, not even that, I didn't want my stuff out there. I'm like, Lord, they can be looking at me like, what was she thinking? What was she doing? But it's not about me. It's about me helping other people. So I had to overlook all of that stuff and just follow the path that he set out for me to follow. So that's what I'm doing.
Everything that you've done, including now being a single mom, which one came first?
Single mom.
Okay. Now, how many children do you have, Tamara?
5.
You have 5 children. Okay. How old were you when you had your first child?
15.
I did not know you were a teen mom.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, then let me ask you this question. Why do you think you got pregnant at 15?
I was actually raped when I was 12. And so after that happened, I guess I would say my life just got turned upside down. I didn't know which direction to go. I don't know what I got. Just wasn't something that I planned on going through, and it just changed my life.
So were you raised in a single parent home, or did you have both parents?
I had both parents there.
Oh, okay. Okay. So when you did find out you were pregnant at 15, how did your family feel about that?
My dad, he took it hard because I was his favorite daughter. So he really took it hard. My mom, she's been my biggest supporter, I would say, from day one,
Okay.
you know. And also my great grandmother that she's passed now, you know, she didn't believe in abortion or anything like that. So it was her that told my mom, like, you know, this is something that happened. We can't change it, but we're not going to, you know, abort this baby. So it was my grandmother that really told my mom, like, you know, we're going to let her have it, and we're just going to be there for her.
How were you feeling about it when you found out you were pregnant?
I didn't know how to feel. You know, I was still a kid, you know, so I just knew I had to, you know, deal with it and make the best of it.
Okay. Was the father around? Did he stay around?
No.
Okay. How soon after did he leave?
Oh, I guess I would say instantly.
Okay. Okay. That usually does happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so pretty instantly. So was he 15 too?
No, he was older. I've always liked older guys. I don't know why, but he was older.
Wow. Okay. I know for myself, because I had my first child at 17, I kind of kept having kids, so I really didn't learn from the first.
Mm-hmm. Yep, same here.
Yours too, Tamara? Okay. Okay. And then for me, I know now, you know, a lot of people probably wouldn't say this, but I'm kind of like an open book, that I had 4 children by 4 different men. So I just was having bad judgment with men, relationships. Yeah. You too, Tamara? Girl. Yeah. Okay, we got together. So, and then just like you said, mine started with abuse too, like rape and things like that too. So how many children do you have for like how many fathers?
It'll be 4 different dads.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, do you think that the abuse that you had have a lot to do with all of your decisions that you made as far as relationships and things like that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you said that you and that your dad was in the home.
Yes.
Now, usually women, or I would think that if the father is in the home, that kind of helps out a little bit, because you kind of figure out what a man should be, or at least that's what people say, that if the father is there, now you kind of know what a dad should look like, and I mean, what a man or a husband or whatever should look like and what he should do. Did you kind of get that from your dad? Did you learn that from your dad?
I didn't. Okay. You know, I love my dad. He's a great guy. But when we were coming up as kids, you know, he loved the women.
Okay.
So, you know, the things that I would see is him going out every night, and, you know, him having, you know, kids with other women, being that he was still married to my mom. So that's the kind of stuff that I saw. What
did that do for you, you know, your self-esteem, your whole being, as far as being a single mom raising now 5 children by 4 different men? How was that for you?
My self-esteem was in the gutter somewhere. I didn't really get it together, I would say, until my 30s. Yeah. I mean, I have been in domestic violence situations, you know, because I, you know, just thought that, you know, well, you know, they told me, you know, if I hit you, then this means I love you. So me not knowing any different, you know, that's what I thought was normal. Okay.
How long did you stay in that domestic violence relationship?
There was 2 of them. One was 5 years, another one was 8 years.
Because I know for me, when I was younger, what I used to do is I would blame the men. I would be like, oh my God, these men are horrible. You know, I can't believe I, you know, chose these men. And then as I got, like you said, in my 30s, I had to stop that already and be like, Geneva, you made those decisions. You chose those men, and you know, got a little old and realized it was based off of the things that I went through. So is that happening for you?
Yes, definitely.
You realized in your 30s that you were the one that was making the decisions and choosing the men.
Mm-hmm. I allowed them in my life. I allowed them in my kids' life. I allowed them to put their hands on me, and I allowed them to keep saying they were sorry, knowing they were going to do it again. So those were all my decisions.
Okay, now how did you get out of the abusive relationship? Because I know that had to have been difficult.
Yeah. The first one, it wasn't easy, but he ended up having to do 10 years in prison for trying to set me on fire. So
Wow.
that's how I got away from that one. Yeah.
Whoa. Oh my goodness, Tamara. And then what about the second one?
The second one, I just got tired of it. Mm-hmm. I told him he had to go. He wasn't only putting his hands on me, he was cheating on me. He was, having relationships with different women. And, when I finally got strong enough to get him out my house, that's what I had to do. Tell him to pack up his stuff. It was time to go.
Now, I'm pretty sure while you were in both relationships, I know that you had to have friends and family members saying, Tamara, get out of this. This is crazy. I can't believe you're going through this. And just like I have some friends right now that's going through, they are in abusive relationships. Now, I've realized now that it doesn't matter how much I talk to them, they're not going to come out of that relationship. But what I will do is, because I hear a lot of people that'll tell me, Geneva, stop talking to them because they're not going to do nothing but bring you down, or they keep calling you to tell you what's going on, but they're never going to change it. But how I look at it, Tamara, is that I'm still being an ear for them. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like people should, leave you alone, let you be in that relationship because you're not going to get out of it, so just let you do you, or at least still be there, as an ear?
I think you still need to be there for them just to hear everything that they're going through. Let them know that they do have somebody that's in their corner. They might not want to hear the stuff that you want to say to them, but just be a good listener and pray for them. Prayer always works.
Because a lot of people go out there and have children. I mean, a lot of people do that. And just because you have children, that don't mean you're going to get motivated. I mean, people wish they had a grain of your motivation to get some of these things accomplished that you got accomplished. What was the motivation behind this?
My kids.
The kids? Okay.
Yes, I want them to have a good role model to look up to. I wanted them to follow my footsteps, but go beyond. I didn't want them to be like me as they saw me coming up. I wanted them to show them that, mommy may have went through this stuff. She may have allowed this stuff into her life, but look how she changed herself and bettered herself, So I wanted to give them something positive to, look at me as.
Do you think they're paying attention to that they see that, they appreciate that they are acknowledging the things that you're doing?
Yes, definitely.
What made you want to get your bachelor's in marketing and human resources and the MBA in management? Like, first of all, what age did you do that, and what made you decide to do that?
I think this all started in my 30s.
Okay.
I always liked business.
Okay.
Yeah, I always liked business. So, in marketing, there's so much to it. I'm not a in the box type person. I don't like to be placed in a box. So I'm like, I need to do something that's going to allow me to do different things. I'm not just going to be able to just do one thing. With marketing, I could do, 10 other things. With human resources, I've always been a helper.
Tamara, didn't you say that you are an introvert?
Yes, I am.
Me too, girl. Me too. Power to the introverts. So now that I know that you are an introvert, because I just have to keep it real, I'm an introvert, and even though I decided to do a talk show, that's me taking a jump. That's me coming up out of the box. But to be perfectly honest with you, every time I get ready to do interviews, I get nervous. And then I say, why in the hell did I even decide to do this? What was I thinking about? You're going to get on camera, get nervous, and get tongue-tied. So I know. Yes. I know then by you being an introvert that you being a motivator or anything that's speaking has to be a little difficult, whatever, for you. Am I being truthful here, Tamara?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so what made you decide to become an author, writer, motivator? Where did that come from?
That's all God.
Okay.
One day, I was sitting, I was praying, and I just heard him say, you know what, you got to find your voice.
Yes.
And I'm very quiet. I'm very shy. I don't like to talk. I'm like, what other way can I, speak without having to, be up in front of somebody and talking. I'm like, I could write.
You had never written a book before?
Never.
So did you get some help on how to write the book, or did you just sit down one day and was like, I'm just letting it all out?
I just sat down, started writing. I like to journal too, so I pulled out my journals and see what I could get out of there and just threw it in there.
Wow. I mean, I absolutely love that. It's all about living your purpose, people, living that purpose. And I want to mention her 2 books. She has 2 books. The Start of Something Great, Praying Through Life Trials and Tribulations. The second book, Single Moms, You Aren't Alone, Becoming a Single Woman of Purpose. And then the third book that hasn't came out right yet, right, Tamara?
It's out there.
Oh, it's out there. Okay, the book is out there. Men You Don't Want to Marry, Run, Girl, Run. Look, I love that title. Let me say that. Men You Don't Want to Marry, you better run, girl, run.
Actually, I changed the title.
Oh, what is that? I was for this one. Okay, go ahead. What?
It still has the same concept, just a different title.
Okay.
It's called A Single Woman Chronicles, God, Men, and You.
Ooh, you know what, that is true. I did see that, and for some reason I didn't write that one down. I think I was
okay.
Run. You see the face, the mouth I gotta do. But Tamara, what made you write the first book, The Start of Something Great, Praying Through Life Trials and Tribulation? What was you going through?
That one, I was going through it. Okay. I was going through it. Mm-hmm. And I think I was probably mad at some folks.
It usually start that way. Get your good.
Yeah.
Get your money.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I can't physically put my hands on them, but I could pray about some things. So that's where that one came from.
Okay. What was the whole purpose of writing that book? You wanted the reader to take what from it?
To look at prayer as, something daily that they have to do.
Okay.
Praying for yourself, praying for your children, praying for the people that have hurt you, and just letting it go, basically.
Okay. And then The Single Moms, You Aren't Alone, Becoming a Single Woman of Purpose. What was your reason for writing that book?
That one, I would say to give other single moms some hope, some direction, because as a single mom, many years I felt like I was alone. And I didn't have nobody there to help me raise them. None of their dads were around. Mm-hmm. My parents, they were there, but it's different because I was living on my own with just the kids, and so I know a lot of other single moms go through that, and then dealing with the domestic violence and stuff like that. I just want to let them know that they aren't alone. There's other women out there that's dealing with the same thing.
And then The Single Woman Chronicles. What made you write that book, Tamara?
Keep other women from getting involved with some of the guys that I've ran across in my life.
Okay.
Preparing them also to be a wife. I know many women, myself included. Myself included, I have a desire to be married, and doing that and wanting that, you have to be a whole woman. Mm-hmm. You can't keep carrying around these suitcases and filled up with your problems that you've dealt with your childhood, or with the guys that you've had in your life. You got to get rid of all of that stuff. You know what,
Tamara? I've been looking on your Instagram page a lot lately, and then I seen something that I wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
Okay, now this is a posting that I seen, and I'm going to read it. And it goes as follows. Grown men don't operate in this type of foolery. Grown boys do. They will attempt to sidetrack you. Baby, I don't think you should do that. What about me? Why you want to do something that will take time away from us? A grown man will encourage, motivate, and support you. # my future husband. Now, I see that a lot on your Instagram page. Now, are you saying that because you calling it out to God? God, I want you to know, hashtag my future husband. I'm just trying to let you know what I want him to have. And are you trying to encourage other women with your Instagram postings?
Both of those, and that's going to be my next book.
Oh, okay. Okay. So your next book is going to be about what then, basically?
It's going to be about things that I've learned that a husband should be. Things that I've learned that a woman should be if she's, wanting to be a wife, preparing themselves.
Okay.
To be with some, another person, like a husband, wife. But even if I'm gearing it towards married couples as well, because a lot of people that are married, they're not complete. So their marriages may not be what it should be, especially if God isn't involved.
What have you learned about yourself or discovered about yourself that you didn't know about 5-10 years ago?
Wow. I'm a pretty cool chick, number one.
She's just keeping it real.
I'm strong. I'm passionate. I am purpose-driven. And I'm a pretty cool mom.
You can't ask for too much more than that. You got to take that and be happy with it because it is all wonderful things. Yeah, I asked you that because I know that I've realized, and I'm 38 now, and the first time I started a business wasn't when I was 33 years old, so that was 5 years ago. And just 5 years alone, I've discovered huge things about myself. So let me ask you this question. When you started doing things like the writing and, the author and being the motivator, wasn't you like shocked or surprised at the things that you were able to do, especially with the way that we started our lives, making all these mistakes and the abusive relationships, the men and the babies and the struggle. And then when you finally get to that time in your life where you really grown and focused and really thinking like a woman and a whatever. And then when you finally discover what you were able to do, you was like, that wasn't me the whole time. How did you feel about that, Tamara, when you discovered these things about yourself?
I felt good. I really felt good, because I would never think that I would have reached this point in my life.
Yes. How do your kids feel about the things that you're doing?
They are, what's the word I'm trying to think of?
Flip-floppy? Okay. You know how kids can be.
Yeah.
Paying attention.
Sometimes they think I'm doing too much. Like, when you gonna sit down somewhere?
Yeah, I agree. Like, Mom, good. Yeah, because you got a lot going on. I mean, you really do. You really do. But it sounds like you love everything that you're doing.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Something that I read on your website, it said that your passion is to uplift, motivate, encourage, and inspire young ladies and women to live their best life. Is that why you decided to become a certified life and empowerment coach?
That is, yes.
That, like, do people just contact you, or do you go around to different places and talk, and how do you handle that?
Right now, so I'm still trying to get out of being nervous and speaking. Okay. So, a lot of that is done on social media for right now.
So if somebody needed a life or empowerment coach, then they can just contact you by email or something like that?
Yes, my email address, singlemomofpurpose@gmail.com.
Tamara, now let me ask you this fine-tail question before I ask you all your contact information. Is that, let's say that there was a young lady out there and she's in an abusive relationship. She don't know what to do with her life. She got like 4 kids by 3 different men. She's just everywhere. What would you tell her, or what encouraging, inspiring words would you have for her? Because all she want to do is try to get her life together, but she don't know where to go. There's no one there to support her. So what would you say to her?
The first thing I would say is begin to love yourself. Because when I was going through those situations, I didn't love myself. I really didn't. But when I did begin to, that's when I was able to get out. So begin to love yourself, love your kids more, because they are seeing all of this stuff, and that's gonna go with them the rest of their lives. So you have to think about them as well, and give it to God. Start praying. Allow Him to come in and change some things. Because we can't do it alone. If you don't have a support system, go to God. He's always going to be there.
Based on what you just said, I know I said one, that was the last question, but I have one more question. Okay. And this is because I just want women to know this, because my children are older, and I'm assuming that your kids are older.
Yes.
So we kind of been there, done that already with some things that new mothers may not necessarily know. Now, you said that you have to be careful the things that you say and do around your children because they're paying attention all the time. Now that your children are older, so I'm just going to throw myself out there first. I absolutely know that based on the decisions that I made with different men, allowing my kids to see certain things and them being around certain things, I know that I've put some things in there, that shouldn't be there. So I know that those are certain things that I worry about now as a parent. Like, are my kids going to do that because they seen me do that? So do you feel that way about your kids, Tamara? Like, man, I think I may have with them decisions I was making.
I don't think so. I only have the one daughter, so she's the only one that could get pregnant.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Okay.
She hasn't. She is 26 years old now. She has no kids.
Okay.
So she's waiting. She knows that her education comes first. She also has her MBA in human resources.
Go, girl. Like mama, like daughter. Okay, I see.
So, and my boys, they know I ain't ready to be no grandma. Keep it tight, keep it locked up, zipped up, whatever you got to do.
Okay. See, so people, you hear that it can go either way. Now, me, I feel like, but Tamara, she said that, no, my kids seem to be pretty okay. But for the most part, you definitely want to watch what you say and do around the kids, because they are always looking and listening, even if it don't seem like they are.
Definitely. One thing I've always told my kids is don't be like me, be better than me.
Yes, absolutely. And do you think that they will really do that? Because we say that all the time, that we don't want you to go through the same struggles that we've been through and whoop, 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 whoop. But do you think that they're really paying attention to that they really hear you when you say that?
Yes, I do. And they've told me, thanks for, telling us that all the time. And thank you for always encouraging us. And we see what you've come through, and we see that you made it through. So that inspires us to do better.
Oh, wow. Hey, you got some beautiful kids.
Thank you.
I mean, who says that? Paying attention enough to say, you know what, Mom, I appreciate what you went through. I mean, now that's some beautiful stuff when your kids can do that, or at least get to that age and that mindset. But Tamara, where can everybody reach you at? Is social media, some emails? Can we get some information here?
Of course. Instagram, I actually have 2 accounts. The one, Tamdy Lovely, is TamDeLovely. That's where I do most of my motivational stuff for like entrepreneurs and just like on the business side. And then my other Instagram is Single Mom of Purpose. That's where I encourage the women, single moms, single women on that social media outlet. Okay, my website is Tamara McCarthy Enterprises.com. Books are on there as well. They are also available at Amazon.com. If they just put my name in, all my books will come up.
Okay.
And I also have, I'm just starting a Facebook group. It's called Single on Purpose. Okay,
so you just doing things to try to get the women together to motivate, talk about what's going on? I think that's
yes. I'm also going to start doing some events in 2017. I'm partnered up with some other moms and starting to put together some workshops and live events, stuff like that.
Where you going to be talking at?
Yes.
Oh,
You're forcing me to get out there.
Yes. And I got to see a video of that. I have to see it just because I know the interest.
Okay.
I know how I can.
Just for you.
Yeah, so if I can do it, that you can do it, Tamara. Yeah. Well, congratulations with everything that you got going on. I wish you much more success. I mean, just an abundance of success. And again, I really want to thank you for taking out your time to come and speak in Geneva's Closet. I know this is probably something you didn't really want to do, be on camera. You was like, why can't you just do a radio? Who does camera interviews? I don't want to be bothered with this. But I really appreciate you taking your time out to come and speak to me and share your story with everyone. I'm positive that the things you said will reach somebody else. I'm like positive of it.
I hope so.
And let me throw this out there that Tamara is located in Florida. Is that correct, Tamara?
Ma'am, Orlando, Florida.
She's in Orlando, Florida, people. So anybody who want to connect, she's hooking up with some other moms. They're going to be doing some great things in 2017. Make sure you go and contact her. Again, I just got done interviewing single mom, author, writer, motivator, certified life and empowerment coach, Ms. Tamara McCarthy. Thank you so much for speaking in Geneva's Closet. And you have a great day.
Thank you for having me.